Hello, world and universe. Welcome to the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth. And today I want to get into this story right away about an unfortunate circumstance that took place in Georgia that has to do with two young black males. And one teen gets sentenced to 70 years in prison. A Georgia black teen sentenced to 70 years in prison for defending himself at Walmart. This may be a possible miscarriage of justice and or a rush to injustice due to the age and color of his skin. Losing another young black man to the racist, biased white judicial system that has little patience for young black males caught up in this system. The pipeline, the prison system, the new form of modern day slavery. Too many young people have access to guns, making adult choices that lead to adult consequences. Adrian Jelks, Jelks, a young black teen with no prior criminal history, was sentenced to 70 years in prison following the shooting death of Antavius Holton at a Fayetteville, Georgia Walmart on March 29th, 2024, where Mr. Jelks worked. Before the incident, Jelks was a church member who had plans to enlist in the U.S. Army. Court records show he had documented multiple instances of harassment and threats from Holton, a former Walmart employee, and had reported them to management. And so you got to follow me with this case. I'm taking my time with it so to make sure that you can follow it. But this is something that has just happened. And this kid has been sentenced to a life sentence, 70 years in prison. And was he right or wrong? Did he defend himself? Where is Walmart to blame? Did the system fail this kid? Where are we at? And this could happen to anybody. Don't turn a blind eye to it. This could be your son, your nephew, your grandchild. So, in a case that has ignited community outrage, Adrian Jelks, a young African-American teenager with no criminal record, no prior criminal record, has been sentenced to 70 years in prison after what many are calling a profound miscarriage of justice. Adrian, who maintained he acted in self-defense during a confrontation at his workplace, was convicted in the shooting death of Antavius Holton, despite significant evidence supporting his claims. Before this incident, Adrian Jelks was an active member of New Macedonia Baptist Church in Riverdale, Georgia, and had plans to follow his family tradition by enlisting in the U.S. Army. So he wanted to defend his country and be patriotic and be a member of the military, the police force, and those kinds of vestiges of public safety. He wanted to defend his country. And it seems like the judicial system and his country may have failed him when all the evidence gets exposed. His future was derailed on March 29, 2024, when a confrontation with Holton, a former Walmart employee, escalated at the Fayetteville store where Jelks worked. Court records show that Adrian, now follow it, you got Adrian Jelks and you have this Holton kid. So court records show that Adrian had documented multiple instances of harassments and threats from Holton, reporting them to Walmart management per company protocol. Despite these repeated complaints, store leadership failed to take protective measures. And so this is what took place. According to reports, Jelks waited in the store vestibule, watched Holton approach, then pulled out a fully automatic 9mm pistol and pointed it at Holton, who turned and ran into the store, the Walmart store. Jelks followed and fired 19 rounds, 2 of which struck Holton in the back. and a third round struck a nearby 9-year-old girl in the face. The prosecutor's case appears riddled with procedural irregularities. Security camera footage that reportedly captured the entire incident and would have corroborated Adrian Jelks' account was withheld from his defense team. Law enforcement permitted shoppers and onlookers to contaminate the crime scene and compromise crucial evidence. This is a clear example of justice denied, stated Jamal Richardson, a community activist who assisted Adrian Jelks when he voluntarily surrendered to authorities. The systematic failure of this case are a chilling reminder of the disparities that continue to plague our legal system, especially when it comes to young black men. Most troubling is testimony from Fayette County police officer Thomas Scott, who confirmed during the trial that Holton had a gun on his person when the shooting occurred, a critical fact supporting Adrian's self-defense claim that appears to have been disregarded by the jury. So follow this whole legal proceeding. It's important to know your laws, your state laws, even more so than your federal. This is a state case. The legal proceedings themselves raise serious questions. Adrian's attorneys note he was never properly indicted, yet his trial proceeded without addressing this fundamental due process violation. The resulting 70-year sentence has been described as wildly disproportionate, especially in a case with clear self-defense elements. Adrian Jelks' family demands a thorough and impartial investigation into the case, and they are calling on the Georgia legal system to release the withheld security footage, conduct an independent review of the investigation and trial, rectify the injustice done to Adrian Jelks, a black teen, investigate Walmart's handling of the bullying reports, and investigate law enforcement's handling of the crime scene. So, of course, this kid gets convicted, sentenced to 70 years. Once all the evidence he's going to have an appeal, of course. His family, him and his family and his attorneys are not going to lay down and take this 70-year sentence without a fight. There will be appeals. It will go to the appellate court. Hopefully all of the evidence can be exposed on whether how this whole altercation took place, whether Antavius Holton had a gun, came back up to the store to continue to harass Adrian Jelks. Did he properly defend himself? If Antavius Holton had a gun and pulled it out or whatever, does that give Adrian Jelks a right to shoot this man and defend himself? One thing we have to realize, we're talking in both scenarios with both of these guys, Adrian Jelks and Antavius Holton. We're talking about both young, black, teenage, early 20s, late teens males, where one is at work, the other one was a former employee of Walmart. Neither one of them should have had any kind of weapons or guns on their person at any time. These kids should be focusing on graduating from high school, going to college, going into the military, and all of these unnecessary confrontations, not knowing how to have conflict resolution and mediation. Did the adults at Walmart and his superiors and administrators, did they fail both these young men if they were having ongoing confrontations and there was no kind of conflict mediation? With this kid, Antavius Holton, being a former employee, if he's harassing a Walmart employee, he should have been banned from coming to Walmart. There's surveillance cameras everywhere. If he worked there prior, other employees should know what Antavius looked like, and he should have been banned from the property in and of itself, to give Adrian Jelks some breathing room to go to work, be in a safe environment, and to go home. It seems like the entire system, the Walmart system, the judicial system, failed not only Adrian Jelks, but also Antavius Holton. And here's another scenario of black on black uh, crime that is permeating all across America. And we're seeing young black males killing each other each and every day. Tell me what you think. This has been the Trevor Donald Experience. Manifest your truth.